but we are back for the grand finals, and funny enough, the maps have not changed, just the order they were played. On the A stream, we just got Anubis Ancient, and now we've got Ancient Anubis Mirage as a decider, which would have been the decider of the last series if we needed it. However, we did not. NuTorious going to be able to pick what side they want to start on, as this is Team Aether's map pick. They did just win an Ancient against Might, so I'm imagining that they're feeling pretty comfortable. Actually, coming out of this game, they're coming right back into it, pretty fresh. They did just win an Ancient, so I think they're feeling pretty confident coming into this.
On the other side, Team Aether, who was just on the B stream, they just won their own Ancient. Pretty decisively on their CT side. Started off a little bit slow, but they were able to battle back and capture it. So I think we got a great grand finals in store, even if the maps are the same every series.
Yeah. It's just like, man, they left Train in the veto for so long. We got so hopeful.
Oh my god.
We got so hopeful, and then they were just like, no, Ancient Anubis Mirage. Oh, I love it.
Beauty of NA, am I right?
Now, this strategy is very interesting, but it actually has worked out for them. Hold up. They've gone with the bomb. That is such a weird round. They went with the bomb. They went out B with the bomb. They had players mid. They grabbed the bomb, came back, and now they're out A. What the heck just happened? That's insane. I don't think I've ever seen a pistol round played like that before.
No, I mean, it's in your face, and it's aggressive, and you gotta love to see it. Full confidence being shown. And Atomic is the only one left on the side of Aether. USP in hand. He's gonna have to try to battle back against the T's who have already consumed the site. First shot is very nice. He gets a peek out of the player donut, forced to fall back just a little bit. But with the bomb being planted, it will be a difficult task for him.
Will be, but it's definitely something that's very, very doable. 3 kills already to his name, and JR is pretty low as well. If he can isolate these fights, he can get it done, but he can't do it. NuTorious doing a very good job of playing together that round, and they will get it over the line and start themselves off with a very nice T pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, a very fun strategic play, we'll say, to start it off, but it worked perfectly for them. They were able to just get map control everywhere, leave the CTs completely confused as to where they wanted to go. And now we will just see Aether with the USPs in hand. 1-2P50 to be upgraded, 2 AKs on the side of NuTorious. And what looks to be some pretty easy pickings as Aether's just stacked up in mid.
Yeah, this should just be a very easy round for NuTorious to clean up. They've got 3 MAC-10s, 2 AKs, and I don't imagine that they will let this one slip at all. Now, the big key for Aether here, right, you've got USPs, but you want to play takeaway. You want to play the takeaway game, right? You want to try and do as much economy damage as you can in this round, so that's why you stick together in a pack mentality, right? You don't want to split up across the map. You don't want to let them isolate fights because you've just got a pistol, and if you stick with numbers, you have a better chance at taking the round. But there we go again. Jester just looking to isolate the fights, and now they're gonna run that AK down, but there's a MAC-10 from top, and they're being sandwiched, and they won't even get a single kill. No economy damage whatsoever. It's MAC-10 farm all day every day. Jester with a 3K of his own, and NuTorious looking pretty dang good to start off with. But Aether, they do have a full buy coming into this next round.
Yeah, it was nice that MAC-10 was able to pick up 2 there, so a little bit extra for the eco of Messiah. And NuTorious choosing to just stick with these SMGs. See if they can get anything going. It does seem like a fast play is on the books. Already grouping up towards outside of A. Util being flung over as we speak, and Aether's completely off of this bomb site right now. They're going to have free range.
Yeah, complete free range over the site, and this is what we saw out of NuTorious last game, right? They like to play some slow, methodical rounds, but every once in a while, they'll throw a wrench in the plans of Aether and just absolutely just storm out, whether it be A or B site. And now, we talked about this last game. I talked about this with A-Master. I have never seen this many 5v5 retakes ever in my life, but for some reason, on Ancient, I just get a 5v5 retake like every map. I get like multiple of them. It's kind of insane.
I'm still waiting for the day I get to cast a unicorn round. Today won't be that, as MJD does pick up the first. Straight back and forth. The time is starting to crunch. CTs are looking pretty. He's on the bomb. Knife comes out trying to stop it. It is just Toasty by himself. Not able to find anything. An Equalizer instead will pick up the knife kill.
Yeah, it's funny. He's looking for the knife kill to stop the defuse there. Got a little bit lost in the smoke. Didn't know where he was shooting. And Equalizer comes in to save his teammate. Gets the stab in the back. Will enjoy that nice cash injection. Will be able to build up and drop his teammate a rifle, which is very important considering how low the economy is for Aether, right? You want to start to build up your economy. You won a round now on CT, and you want to start to build off of that. Meanwhile, NuTorious, a full buy as well. We've got full rifle versus full rifle. Now, unfortunately, Aether have a... I can't even say it. It's so gross.
Yeah, no, it's not going to work.
No, I can't say it. It's gross. They have a French gun. They have a French weapon.
Two players very close to each other in the smoke.
Ooh, what a nade.
Togo walking, directly back into that nade, taking a good chunk of HP off of him. But falling back as the smoke refreshes. NuTorious playing this very smart, playing slow, not over-aggressing anywhere they shouldn't. The bomb is slowly going to make its way towards that B ramp.
Actually, it looks like it's going the other way. It looks like it's going towards A. I wonder what this round's going to end up. It looks like it's going to be an A split then, right? Bomb goes mid, or maybe it's just all through mid. Yeah, it might just be all through mid, but a smoke into Donut will isolate the fight. They now know that the T's are going inside of Red Room. 40 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for NuTorious to work, but they need to start working it now. And is it going to be the B hit or is it going to be the A wrap? It will be the B split from Red Room and Cave. Two players, two CTs left to hold on. Make that just one. It's Equalizer in this cubby, and his gun should be spotted out. No, it won't be, but oh, the big whiff. And it's just Promise and MJB to claw this back for Aether and make that just the French weapon.
Yeah, he better drop that and just try to save. Instead, it will be shot forcefully out of his body. NuTorious, a very, very clean round there. And I do want to say, well, before we get started, Promise had a very impressive series previously in the semifinals. Definitely the MVP of that matchup. So I want to see if his form can carry over. Obviously, Aether not starting out the most hot as they're forced back onto the pistols to try to defend against all of these heavy machinery guns.
Yeah, if Luke picks up that... picks up an AK or any other gun, he wins that clutch. I fully believe in it.
100%.
Yeah, it just happens. But they are now on an unfortunate bye. Deagles, two of them in a 5-7. I've seen more done with less. There's definitely an opportunity to win this round. But this is a major distraction. That's all this is. All 5 players for Aether here on the A bomb site. Meanwhile, NuTorious is stormed out on the B site. Bomb will go down, and I believe that will solidify this round for NuTorious. It should be 4. Aether should just be going for exit damage at this point.
I mean, there is a chance they could get something depending on where the T's want to exit out of. Grouping up towards the catwalk position. It does seem they're going to get at least a little bit more aggressive than I did think before. Player hiding behind the box, not going to get spotted out by Atomic. Shots will ring out, though. Knowing that the CTs are pushing. Toasty's not going to go down. Able to secure first. He is getting chased. But it is, at the end of the day, beautiful spray. NuTorious on 4.
Was quite a lovely spray down, and Equalizer goes down as well. Doesn't matter, though. They've got the full buy in this next round. No harm, no foul for Aether. They don't mind losing all their pieces as they didn't invest anything in NuTorious. Marching on to 4-1, and we get the first tactical timeout of the match called by Aether. Going to take a minute to try and get their buy and their strategy together and put a stop to this streak that NuTorious is starting to run away with.
Yeah, timeout just to try to talk over what can be done. More than enough money to buy into the round, maybe lacking just a little bit of util. But NuTorious, I mean, they've had such an impressive performance so far from what I've seen through this tournament. We had the pleasure of casting a very exciting map for them to secure playoffs last night. And they've just I've also casted them in the OSS league that's going on. They've just been playing some fantastic Counter-Strike as of recently in great form.
Yeah, no, they definitely have. And Aether have looked very, very good as well this tournament. Like, both of these teams are honestly putting up very surprising performances. But I will say the one I am most surprised by is NuTorious, and especially the names that they've taken down. Taking down MIGHT was a big thing, right? You know, that's MIGHT were, you know, one of the teams where I'm sure a lot of people expected them to move through to the finals. And look at the call from NuTorious. They decided that A is the site they want to hit, and Aether is completely out of position for this defense. Again, it's just a crazy call by NuTorious, and they walk out onto an empty A site. Bomb will go down. They've got control of Donut, and they are set up very, very nicely for this retake.
Another 5-on-5, as you mentioned before, seems to be coming in spades. JR Racing able to find the first. The spray almost connects, but Promise is able to secure the kill before going down. So 4v4 retake will go underway. Smoke in towards main allows the CTs to push out with a little bit more presence out of CT. Sogo finding one, trades back and forth, leaving us in a 2v2. Bomb's a little bit over half tick. The spray of Jester will be good, and all that's left is Equalizer. He's hiding behind the big box. There's not going to be enough time for the defuse. Trying to take a player out with him. He will find the headshot, and
he's dead
don't
too.
think he's going to be able to fall back. Yeah.
He's dead as well. NuTorious will find 5. And Aether back into a very frustrating situation, right? They've got to go with another half buy, right? They don't have the money to invest in this round. It should just be Deagles, 5-7, maybe some util here and there, but for the most part, NuTorious look really, really good, really set up to take 6.
Yeah, I mean, they're just running away with his T side so far, having perfect control of both the economy and the map. The reads so well, knowing exactly where to strike on what bomb site. And they're playing it very safe, too. They're not going to over-aggress. They're not going to let themselves die to anything they shouldn't. They're just playing very fundamental, good team Counter-Strike.
Yep, and that's all it is. And now they know. You can tell that they know. Their IGL knows what they're doing, right? They know that this is an economy round. They know that this is like, hey, they're on a low buy. Let's not rush into this. Don't give these pistols what they're looking for. Let's just take our time, clear this out, let the pistols make the mistakes, and we take this round just as easy as it always should be taken.
And now we're going to have to wait and see. There might be a little bit of a scuffle towards this Jaguar position. 5-7 of SoulGoat. Perfectly tucked in the cubby. He's going to hear a lot of noises from the T's, but not quite spot anybody out.
Oh, what a clear.
Jester's more than ready for him. Takes his head off. Now NuTorious really have free range to do whatever they want. They got a player pushing on mid. They are going to run into a stack, but the firepower should be able to overtake them. Equalizer did get a nice kill, but yeah, just MJB down, and Toasty from the back takes him out.
It is 6 for NuTorious, and they have at the very least secured the tie on their T side, but they look strong, and I imagine that they're going to get much more rounds, right? Aether, obviously, right, you know, they need to get back into this game, and they need to start winning rounds. But NuTorious are just looking very, very strong right now, and continuing their winning ways, it just would not spell, you know, good stuff for Aether. This could definitely end up in disaster if Aether let this slip away from them, and they've just gone fast up B. The util damage is good. The kills are there. Toasty ready for the trade, but the defense holds strong. Toasty does at least take 2 down, has secured the site, and the bomb should at least get planted. It does. And we've got a 3v2 retake. NuTorious going to try and hold on to this from a man disadvantage. Very, very chaotic round. Oof. The team flash. And Atomic is reconnected with his teammates. In fact, Promise was sent out forward. That Molotov isolates the fights and makes it a 2v2. Good util usage from NuTorious. Bomb is sticking away, and Aether down on the site. Atomic not sticking the bomb. Does tap it. Kill comes through. Doesn't stick it again. Can't connect with the shot, and just being played with. What a round from Toasty. 4 kills for him. He will die, but it won't matter. He's got plenty of money in the bank, and NuTorious are looking fantastic.
Yes, they are. Great changing of the pace of the game so far. NuTorious switching from that passive default to pushes whenever they so please, and they just seem to be able to do no wrong right now. And I will say, for the side of Aether, coming in through this tournament, Ancient was their most played map. In 3 out of their 4 best of ones, they played Ancient, and they won very heavy-handedly. And then, obviously, as I mentioned before, in their semifinals game, Ancient was the second map, and they were able to claw back, in the end, a win. So NuTorious going up 7-1 against this map that Aether is more than confident on. It could spell doom soon if they can't really just try to get a grip and battle back.
Yeah, get a grip. Hashtag GripGel. Look at that.
Hashtag GripGel.
Yeah, look at that. I told you, you've been a caster long enough now. You just like unintentionally set stuff up. It's like crazy. It's cool. I do the same thing. I think, and I'm like, wait a minute. I just set myself up for a fantastic joke. It's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Aether, once again, one of these just lower buys. Sure, they've got a rifle and an MP9, and maybe they can make it work. Maybe. If they can bait NuTorious into some of these fights, maybe they can get themselves an advantage. But the MP9 and the M4 are on the B site. That is where Aether feel like they want to stack their heaviest weapons, and they have a numbers advantage on the A bomb site. 3 players here, but all of them have pistols. And I wonder if JR is going to be sent out to look. Be the first one into the fray.
If he does try to prod it all, there will be a lot of defense there to meet him. The rest of NuTorious now cut out from that extremity of B site, opting to just forego the space completely, and it does seem that they're going to try to set towards A. 3 CTs all waiting patiently, albeit they are the pistols. So they're going to have to take these close range fights. He's taking their time. And this, yeah, the 5-7 MJB here could spell pretty bad for NuTorious if he's just able to get a few pot shots off.
Here it comes.
But as the smokes come through, we'll have to wait and see.
Here it comes. MJB going to be first one up to bat. Can't get anything done with that 5-7. And yeah, no, just a complete collapse of the pistols on the A bomb site. It's the MP9 and the rifle left to try and put this round together. But it is a very, very tall task. Equalizer and Solgo would have to do some crazy things. But Equalizer's been taken out of the equation. And down goes Soulgate soon to follow. NuTorious have found 8. Aether falling apart at the seams.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not pretty right now for Aether. Like, NuTorious is completely reading them like a book. Even when they're running into the stacks, they are just able to clear out the exact positions that the CTs are going to be waiting for them in. And it's not pretty if you're an Aether fan, but for the many fans of NuTorious, I bet they're feeling great right now.
Look, they just throw that wrench, but it looks like Aether's ready for it. But even as ready as they are, they get demolished. Dude, Aether are not here to play, and I can't believe it. They look like they were not, like, if I had to assess their gameplay right now, it looks like they came into this completely unprepared to play Counter-Strike, which is crazy to say because they just won a BO3 in 2 maps. NuTorious is insane right now.
Maybe it's the pressure starting to mount as they know that they are playing for the big bucks in this grand final, but NuTorious might just be way too confident to combat right now, at least on this first map, as they're about to have an 8-round advantage. And if Aether can't pick up another one before they switch halves, it's really just going to be a pistol round in between. But we have time before then for Aether to try to write something up that can stop the attack of NuTorious.
Yeah, for sure, and they need to get the ball rolling now. The save is very, very important. They need to get out with these guns. They need to be able to drop to their teammates. This means that they can afford to buy some more util. This is a good save from Aether, but NuTorious, I mean, there's really, yeah, I mean, that's the only highlight. I feel like that's the biggest highlight for Aether so far this half is the fact that they got out of that round with 3 guns alive. Like, that is probably their highlight so far this map. There's just really nothing to talk about, like, when it comes to, like, thinking of positives for Aether. It's just not been their map. It's been a very, very rough game, and really just shout out to NuTorious because they are playing lights out right now, and it continues. A nice opening, but at least trade it out. I wonder if they'll just try and hunt it down. It looks like they wanted to, but a Molotov will stop them from engaging as quick as they would like to. Jester still toying with the idea. Wants to continue playing around. Spammed out. And makes it into
with that being
smoke.
said, the bomb's creeping up towards B.
It is, and he's just playing around, but it doesn't matter. The rotate's coming in. JR gonna stick the plan here. Spam comes through. It will just miss him, and bomb is down. And this flank from Jester could be crazy. It could be round ending. If they remember that, you know, obviously they know that he's coming, right? But it's all about timing. It's all about how slow but fast can he make it to join with his teammates. It's a 4v4 retake now. NuTorious versus Aether. Jester does go down, so that is the flank, but the site is doing great to hold on, and Aether are completely eliminated. Promise runs out of ammo in the M4, running out of time, runs out of life. NuTorious hit double digits, and Aether haven't even won a second round yet. They're still on one. They got one round, the third round of play. NuTorious are on a tear right now. There is something different about this team. This is stronger than they just played MIGHT on Ancient. This is crazy. They're playing out of their minds right now.
I mean, obviously, taking down a team like MIGHT is going to build up your confidence. You're going to be hyped up going into this finals, but this is not what I was expecting at all. On the bright side, there is a bye for Aether, albeit with one SMG. So there is a chance to fight back, but NuTorious is just... Look at the scoreboard for them. Every player is hitting their shots. They're all positive right now, and Aether, I mean, they're not playing terribly.
Oh,
but
man.
Swinging into a crossfire is not going to help.
Hey, a positive, a trade back, right? Yeah. At least that's one back. And there we go. Hold on. Hold the phone. It looks like Aether have at least found some form of success here in the last round of this half. It may be too little too late, but it's at least something to work with, something to build off of. If you win the pistol round, you've got a lot more to come for, but maybe you can get something done, but you still have to get out of this round. It's not over yet. Messiah and Toasty look to try and do it, and now it's just Messiah in a 1v4. This would be a crazy situation to clutch, but he won't get it done, and Aether at the very end of the half at least pick up one.
Yeah, I mean, that's
one
like
more.
The least you could have hoped for, I guess.
Yeah.
10-2. It's still... If they don't convert this pistol round here,
It's over. Yeah, no, it's over.
Yeah,
It's
there's
100%
no chance.
is over. There's no shot. There's no chance. They lose this pistol round. NuTorious is on 11, right? I mean, maybe if they get bomb plant, they can get a force and try and go for it. But if they do that, if they force and try and go for it and they get crapped on, it's over. Right? So it's just like they are not in a great situation. They need to win this pistol round and continue to build for several rounds before NuTorious should even be allowed to pick up one pistol round. It's going to be a very, very tough road to recovery for Aether. Definitely not one that's impossible, but with an opening pick like that, it does not bode well.
Doesn't. Promise does.
A nice trade back, though.
However. Yeah. So 4v4 will be the retake. Dual Berettas from the top of mid. Will eventually find the kill, or excuse me, that was his teammate finding it.
Solgo's hitting some crack shots right now. Look at him. Trying to claw his team back in. Pretty nice.
Someone's got to build the momentum. And right now, the CTs don't have a kit, so this might be the time for Aether to get the round, unless Look can do something magical. Jester doubles up with the dual Berettas. Look's able to get the headshot.
The essence. I don't think they have enough
have
time. Oh, he's got to get this kill. Oh, my God. I think he's got it. No, he doesn't. He got off the stick. I think he got it before the music hit. I think they would have had that. I don't know. Maybe not. I heard the music, like, after he stuck it. I started hearing the 10-second countdown music, and I was like, oh, my God, I think he's done it. But if there was a way for Aether to get back into this game, they found it. They've opened up the door, and now we can start to talk about it, right? They won the pistol round. And now what they need to do is they need to keep converting rounds. They have to go on a streak. They cannot let NuTorious stop their momentum or gain any momentum of their own. Because 3 rounds and it's over. 3 rounds in this map is done. They secured double digits in the first half. Now Aether need to close that gap. Look at this boost. We saw this last game from them.
I think what's most important right now is NuTorious continues to play with respect. Obviously, piss around, you're going to have to do something a little bit gimmicky. But if NuTorious start to let their gaze shift away from just winning this as soon as possible, that's when it can start to get dicey. I don't think... Oh, man. I was really hoping that the stack was going to stay. Because it does look like the team is going to hit out on B here.
Yeah, it is the B hit. They're running straight into the stack, but it's just USPs. I don't imagine they'll get too much done. 1 kill's not too bad. 2 is even better. That's a lot of damage, actually, and damage that Aether can't really afford to take.
Any hit to the economy at all during this half is gonna not be good for Aether at all. Speaking of the economy, NuTorious now. Ooh, I love the 5 MP9 buy. I think it's such a powerful investment, because even if you do lose all these guns, you have enough to buy into the next round. And these MP9s are more than capable of picking up kills by themselves.
Yeah, 100%. And you know what's weird? NuTorious love this weird buy. They love just going with these MP9s, and this could be the round that broke the camel's back, but no, it looks like Aether are completely ready for the games NuTorious want to play. Opening pick provided to Aether, and NuTorious left hungry for a little bit more that round, wishing that opening kill would have gone their way, but it did not. Hopes and dreams are just that. And cold hard facts is that Aether is up a man. They have the better guns. They have the better situational advantage.
But positioning's not the worst for NuTorious. I mean, Aether still has a chance to move away from their commitment to B, but as of right now...
Out. GG.
Well...
Entry. NT, Messiah. NT.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it, and that's one of those moments.
Yeah. No, just nothing to be done about that at all. JR here, maybe he can get this kill. Yeah, takes down Soul Goat, and they are running into him. This could get interesting if they try and chase him down, which they are going to chase him down. So this could get really interesting, but yeah, no. He had to get a kill and make it work, and oh, no, Toasty not ready. And it's just Jester. MP9, 1v4. Going to walk out. It is being watched by Atomic. And Aether up to 5 now. 5 rounds away from tying it up with NuTorious. And if you're NuTorious, you cannot let Aether claw this one back at all.
Yeah, no, you can't. I mean, on paper, a 5-round lead is not the worst thing to come back from. You have the money right now. You have the op in play. There are still 3 Galils on the side of Aether. So there's a little bit less firepower. There is a chance to start to fight back. And if you can let momentum sweep you away and start to build, and maybe there's a lead in the future. But as for right now, NuTorious is still a commanding lead in the game.
Yeah, I think what's really important about rounds like this, about comeback situations like this, is taking it 1 round at a time, right? You can't stress yourselves out with the fights. You need to just take it 1 at a time. And Jester playing with fire here. 2 out towards mid. It could get really scary, but JR peeks from shelf, demolishes Aether's take, and it's a 2v4 right now. MJB and Equalizer need to get this round over the line for Aether, or NuTorious are going to set up to take 12 or take 11.
I mean, on the bright side for Aether, there is one player who is low health. 1 bullet from the AK would eliminate him from the round.
And Nut don't know where Bomb is. I think it's really could really play an advantage for them, right? Because they're they have to worry about A, they have to worry about mid. They don't know for certain where Aether are going to go, and this could lead to an advantage for Aether if NuTorious aren't careful.
Trying to pull anything out here, Equalizer is. Molly will push the fight forward, and he will find the first kill on a Messiah. And now as his teammate runs up the ramp, a nice flick means that we are in a 2v2. Both of the T's very low. A single shot could take them both out. Bomb getting planted, and Equalizer finding the first kill. Just Toasty with the op, and he's going to go down, giving Aether a 6th round.
That is a bad one to lose if you're NuTorious. Sure, you've got a commanding lead. Yeah, you did great on your T-half. What is going on now? You have definitely let off the gas pedal, and I feel like it's a situation where they got comfortable, where they're just, sitting back like, oh, we're just going to cruise into this win. And yeah, now they're going to call a timeout, and I'm sure the IGL is lighting a fire under everyone's butts right now, because you can definitely tell they're playing a lot more relaxed. Those just aren't mistakes that, I've seen NuTorious make this tournament, and that is not a good round to lose. It looked like 11. It looked like you were going to get closer to closing this out. But Aether are actually now 4 rounds away from tying it up, and your bye this round is going to be terrible, right? So theoretically, Aether should take 7, and then they'll only be 3 rounds away. And that's when that taking it round by round comes into play, right? You went from a 10-2 comeback to a 10-3 comeback to a 10-4, and slowly, the amount of rounds that you needed to win to tie things up became less and less. And if you just take it round by round, it becomes so much more simpler.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And there will only be one MP9 that's getting flushed out. Aether already with full control of mid. Promise in red room, creeping around towards CT. Look does seem to know that this is a possibility. Deagle will spot him out. No shots connecting, though. But Aether can really choose to go whichever way they want.
I've been told also, I thought it was Luke at first too, but I've been told his name is Luke. Like L-U-K, yeah.
Okay. You know what? Apologies, Mr. Luke. That is my fault.
No. It's okay, because I called him Luck at first too. I think it's a very easy, or what did I call him? Luke? Yeah, not Luck. I called him Luke. But very, very easy to mistake for sure.
And Aether are starting to group towards B. 1 kill already coming through. Messiah is all that's there for the time being. But the rotates are coming over as the util flies. He's running up the ramp. It's going to take a lot for NuTorious to try to defend against this push. Oof. Not a good start.
No, not at all, but this MP9 kind of wreaking havoc. Another kill there would have been absolutely fantastic. Trying to stop the bomb plant is NuTorious, throwing their bodies into the smoke, but now Aether are 3 rounds away from tying it right back up. 3 rounds.
This is where you really start sweating, It was one thing having them win the piss round and then win a few rounds to convert after that. But now that you're only 3 rounds in the lead, you really have to lock it in and realize that one more round loss and this isn't a blowout game anymore. This is very close.
Yeah. And you know what the bright side about being down so many rounds are in one half? Losing a half 10-2 is the next half can't be that much worse, right? So, while Aether are playing, to come back, right, NuTorious feels super comfortable and they get a little complacent. And I think that's what we're seeing a lot of. A huge nade, but an opening pick does go the way of NuTorious. They do have man advantage secured once again. They look to put a halt to this round win streak that Aether have found to try and get Ancient over the line. JR, lots of damage, but no kill. Oh, and that's not good. Messiah walks into the spam.
And no, I was going to say the T's are being pretty telegraphed with what's going on, but that spam through the wall is definitely not going to be a good look for NuTorious. Now, as a little bit more util flies in, Jester is going to be put in a very tricky spot, opting to play it safe. Aether now controlling the site. Bomb will be going down in just a moment. Spray through the smoke, missed, but a nade does even it up.
Sure does. Bomb does go down, though. It's a 3v3 retake, and NuTorious, something needs to happen. You cannot let this map slip away at all. Sure, you've got Anubis coming up. That's the map you're most comfortable with. But, man, you had a way into this game. You could have ended this map 8 rounds ago, but no. No. You're having a struggle, and the struggle will continue. 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit dire, dare I say. The economy is not very good. If you're not, you really got to start sweating now. Another timeout. As we said before, I'm sure the IGL is trying to light some sort of fire on the asses of his teammates. They need to start playing a little bit more aggressively is what I think. They need to just not let up all of that control towards the B main early on, because they're giving Aether really the chance to go anywhere they want. They take B early on, then mid is soon to come, and the A main push, I mean, it's worked for them before, but if you're going to give that space up immediately after, it's just a man advantage. It's no real knowledge of where they're going to end.
Yeah, and Aether, I mean, they've been very comfortable with saying, hey, NuTorious, you can have your man advantage. We don't care. We're still going to win the round. Like, we've seen them. We saw them win a 2v4. We saw them win a man down that round. Like, they are clearly very comfortable in the man disadvantage situations. Toasty. Most likely going to be the first point of contact here. I imagine that this will be cleared.
I think it's got to be. JB creeping up.
Oh, hold on now. Hold the phone. Hold up. P250. And the op knows that another's there. Can't hit the shot, but he has alerted his team. They know where the bomb is. They know where the op is. And an AK inside of Donut as well. Now, Aether start to panic as they realize they're being closed in on from all sides once again, but SoulGoat gets a kill towards mid, and it's just Luke in a 1v2. Now, Equalizer is so low, but SoulGoat has 100 HP, and there is no kit for Luke, so if he's going to go for this round, he's got to get a move on. He's got to get a move on to B site now. This is rough.
There will be enough money in the next round if he does choose to go for this, which it does look like he is going to. First contact point will be towards short. Spot of the player, but smartly falling back are the T's. Not wanting to give any sort of look into this round for Luke.
Bomb halfway ticked. Yeah, and as soon as he peeks, even if he got that kill, there was a reswing from Pillar, and it would have been a damn hard flick to try and hit. One round separates these two teams. After a 10-2 first half, one round separates these two teams.
This is more of the Aether that I expected to see. As I mentioned before, they did have a bit of a comeback. Not as glamorous as this one, but they were down 4 rounds going into the second half of their series in the semifinals. So they're definitely not a team that's ever going to back down, but I think to an extent, NuTorious is just collapsing.
Yeah, they for sure are, and even when we get even when they get a man advantage like that, it goes right back the other way. Aether find a way to claw it right back, and sure, the push is good. JR's got one and knows that they were boosting that nade destined for greatness. No, actually, it's not. Atomic ends up getting away, but Equalizer has gone down, and surely this time, Buckethead, surely NuTorious have done enough.
Yeah, you would love to think so. MJB is creeping around towards Donut. Toasty takes him down. So Atomic is the only one left. 1v4, no health. Op in hand, however. Spotted the player towards Jaguar. But, I mean, I don't even know where you begin to try to come back into this round. A nade will just finish it off. NuTorious finally finding their first round of the CT half.
Yeah, I mean, finally, right? It's about damn time. It's just been a huge streak of Aether just clawing things back. And you know what? I'm actually kind of scared for Aether because their economy is kind of weird. Atomic has $0. Equalizer, sure, he's got enough money that he can drop if he wants to, and SoulGoat should be able to drop as well. But this could end up being very, very bad if Aether aren't careful with this round.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what the op of Atomic can find. A flick shot will be missing the mark. So, opting to fall off the boost. It is all of the team of Aether isolated outside of B right now. And I think NuTorious do have at least a decent read on the situation.
Yeah, 4 players over towards the B bomb site, which is where Aether are collected towards. A nice kill from JR. Will give another man advantage over to NuTorious. And maybe they're back to their winning ways. JR actually struggles to get the kill there. So low is the opper. Atomic barely hanging on with his life, but he is alive. That is very important. his life, and he's the Opper as well. If there's one player on the team you don't mind having low HP, it's your Opper. Oh, but down goes MJB. That's the bomb down on site. Now, Sogo gonna have to get out of his position in cave to come grab the bomb. A tap, but not a stick. And trying to give his Opper time to come up and maybe hit a shot, but down goes Sogo, and Atomic really needs to get out of this round with his op.
Yeah, there's no chance of even trying to find a kill. You need to just save this gun. As you mentioned before, the money is not the best, especially after getting reset, winning all those rounds in a row. So it's going to be a definite hard battle to try to bite the map point that NuTorious has. But at least the op is something.
The op is indeed something. It'll at least mean that Atomic has an op. That's what it'll mean, right? He's got no money.
Yeah.
He can't buy anything. he can't buy anything, but at least there's an op on the board. MJB and Promise are extremely low. And a timeout called by Aether. Yeah. What do you buy this round? What do you do?
If I'm on the side of Aether, I might want to try to resort back to one of those fast-paced plays. I mean, you're going to have the lower weaponry. You're going to have to rely on just catching these players off guard. So I've seen them do these really nice A executes that are straight off a spawn, throwing the smokes on the run. I think that's probably your best bet. But only 2 pistols. There is another AK in hand. It's not an impossible round. If they can go up early on in the round, there is a definite chance for Aether to try to fight off the map point.
I think you're right. I think this is going to be... no, it's not. They dropped the bomb, so it will just be a default. No change of pace here. Just going to try and slow things down. The op is going for a quick peek, quick look in a cave. No one there for him to kill, though. I do like this. And his teammate's actually going to be able to walk up because of the post. This is interesting.
Yeah, but, I mean, the CTs are playing this at least well positionally. The util will let the CTs know what's going on. Messiah finding the first. But as he's flashed off, he might be caught off, forced to fall back. Aether at least have control of the bomb site.
Ooh, Molotov. Equalizer just gets away, but it is the 5v4 retake. A man down as Aether. And they need to win this round. They need to be flawless, and that's a nice start. 3 rounds needed to give us overtime, and NuTorious looked to close this out early. They came into this with lesser guns, but are coming out the stronger team. Look, trying to put it away early, though, trying to take all their hopes and dreams away. Gets the clear, takes down Soulgoat. 1 player left to beat. It's Atomic on the op, who's going to come running through the smoke now. Not going to be enough time, I don't think. Look, can he get the kill? No, he struggles too much. Not enough time. And Aether have done just enough to give themselves a 10th round. Bomb will explode, and NuTorious, it looked good. It looked like they might have done just enough to get it over the line, but Aether continue their fight, continue their resilience to keep playing on Ancient.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned the saved op of Atomic in the previous round, and we said, you know, at least it's something, and it proved to have so much impact. Finding 2 kills early on, and then stalling the bomb plant just enough for Aether to pick up another round. NuTorious, I don't know what they do here. It looks like they're doing their fabled MP9 buy, so at least there's a chance in this round. The money is all right, so in the next, they will be able to buy if they go down. But yeah, this is an exciting matchup. Aether not wanting to go to rest.
No, not giving up at all. They're not laying down. They're not rolling over. They're not going to play nice, play dead. They're going to keep fighting. They're going to fight tooth and nail. This is their map pick. They want to take their map pick. I feel like they kind of need to take their map pick. I haven't seen Aether's Anubis, but I have seen NuTorious, and I know that they're very strong on Anubis, and I don't know how Aether's going to fare, but, you know, I might have a very strong Ancient, and NuTorious fared pretty well against them. This 5-7, this kill could be huge. Another one would be massive, but honestly, 1 out of the 5-7 isn't too bad.
Oh, no.
And oh man, that could have been a lot worse. The recovery is nice, but Luke out here takes one down. It's a 2v3 now, and these players have connected with each other. Bomb down on site, and JR has gone through donut. Excuse me, I had to sneeze right in the middle of talking. That was crazy. Oh my gosh, that has never happened to me before. Promise coming in to connect with his teammates so they can at least try and get something done. The MAC-10 and the Galil. looking to put this round away. NuTorious, has it been enough? Have they finally found the key to success to get out of this after a grueling second half? Maybe so. Bomb has been picked up. Flash and JR Racing, the first to go down. His promise. It's MJB with the MAC-10 left to clutch it out. 1v3 for survival for Aether on map 1. Their map pick, their home pick, what they felt comfortable. 1 kill, runs out of ammo, and can't switch to the sidearm enough. NuTorious will finally take the map pick of Aether, and we move on to Anubis next.
Wow. What a battle back from Aether. Ultimately not being enough, but I mean, you could feel how much they wanted to win and try to get everything they could out of that map. NuTorious were able to eventually hold on to the lead that they had, but an exciting map and just not ending with the magic that Aether wanted.
No, not at all, right? And you know, honestly, that's disappointing, right? And from a player perspective, I'm trying to think about this as a player. I would almost want to lose this map earlier, right? Like 13-3 or something like that, right? Then try and secure the comeback, come all the way back, make it look so close, tie things up, and just be right there, right on the edge of glory. And then at the end, you just can't get it done. You falter and you fail, and NuTorious do end up taking the map pick. Well, we've got Anubis coming up next. I am going to cut us to a short break. You guys are going to get to listen to the music again while we drink some water and take a moment to rest our voices. But we've got map 2 coming up. It's Anubis. It's NuTorious's map pick, and Aether have to win it for survival. They have to win it to take us to map 3, which will be Mirage if needed. Like I said, I'm going to cut you guys to a short break. Don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss map 2.